Hashtag Pelosi must go. Nancy Pelosi stands in the way of progress, and has done so for decades. That's why hashtag Pelosi must go. My name is Shahid Buttar, and I approve this message. Hey trolls. If you want to go after Dems for helping Trump, then direct your wrath at party leaders, who passed his signature bills and enabled him every step of the way. Hashtag Pelosi must go. In case people don't know, California is a jungle primary. What that means in the case of hashtag Shahid vs Pelosi is that there are only two people vying for the seat, both Dems. So a Dem will 100% hold that seat. So ignorant people kindly SDFU with the vote shaming BS. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Let me clear up some confusion. The left is not eating our own by saying hashtag Pelosi must go. At Speaker Pelosi has continually put the interests of corporations over the people she's supposed to serve. She's not one of our own. We're supporting one of our own in at Shahid for Change. Remember when Nancy Pelosi lied and said the big bad Republicans were coming to unseat her so her simps would give her money, when it was actually at Shahid for Change who is trying to unseat her? That was hilarious. Anyway, hashtag Pelosi must go. It's pretty simple. There's going to be Nancy Pelosi and Shahid Buttar on the ballot in CA12, two Democratic candidates. So your choices are someone who will fight for $100 millionaires like herself, or someone who will fight for you on issues like Medicare for all. Hashtag Pelosi must go. I protested against the Iraq War. I knew they were lying WMDs. When Pelosi recently casually mentioned that she knew too, that she chose not to impeach or hold them accountable, I nearly vomited. For me personally, this is one of the most compelling reasons hashtag Pelosi must go. Corruption reveals itself in many ways. Abandoning affordable housing despite a housing crisis. Deferring to pharma and insurance industries during a pandemic. Embracing military expansion while thousands lack homes. Helping Trump while claiming to resist him. Hashtag Pelosi must go. I actually understand why liberals and centrists are lashing out at the hashtag Pelosi must go hashtag, because I used to be them. I used to think all Democrats had our best interests at heart. I had no idea corporate Democrats like at Speaker Pelosi were putting corporations over people. Nancy Pelosi first ran for Congress in 1987 against Harry Britt, an openly gay socialist and activist during the civil rights movement. She has single-handedly undermined the working class ever since, working endlessly to protect the power of the wealthy. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Hashtag Pelosi must go is trending nationwide because at Shahid for Change is a once-in-a-generation candidate who genuinely cares about the people and is fighting for the bold policies that we need to heal this nation. It's also trending because we're tired of corporatists like at Speaker Pelosi. Hashtag Pelosi must go and become President Pelosi immediately. There, I fixed it. The Democratic Party is, sadly, not so democratic. But it could be, once we change the guard and finally elect new voices. Hashtag Pelosi must go. To the idiots pushing hashtag Pelosi must go. Seriously? You're either hashtag MAGA fascist scum or just assholes. Do you understand that the majority of us are just fucking over you people? You've done nothing good for this country at all for the last 3 years. Go sit the fuck down and shut up. This is the leader of the Democrat Party in America today. When people break the law to vandalize and commit crimes, people will do what they do. Enough, America. Hashtag Pelosi must go. For the first time in her life, Nancy Pelosi might be number one at something. Let's help her get to first place. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Hashtag Pelosi must go. She is promoting lawlessness. By far the worst Speaker of the House this country has ever seen. She doesn't care about our national heritage. She's fine with peaceful protesters toppling statues of Frederick Douglass and Ulysses Grant. There's no Republican in the CA-12 race. There's nothing lose when voting for Shahid. The choice is a bold progressive versus a multi-millionaire corporatist. Hashtag Pelosi must go. The hashtag Pelosi must go hashtag is the necessary counterbalance to how awful this platform typically is. That Shahid for Change is the progressive running against her. Trust the vision. Nancy Pelosi covered up for George Bush's war crimes. Imagine what she would do for Joe Biden. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Knew about weapons of mass destruction, didn't care. Two of her $25,000 fridges was one of the reasons we didn't get a UB or Medicare for all during COVID. Voted for all of Trump's military budgets. Stops all progressive legislation from going through. Hashtag Pelosi must go. I get why the squad doesn't call out Pelosi. I disagree, but get it. The fact that it's considered unthinkable for a Democratic member of Congress to speak out against Nancy Pelosi is exactly why I despise the two-party duopoly. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Nancy Pelosi is an Iraq War Democrat. Hashtag Pelosi must go. If your only defense of Nancy Pelosi is but Mitch and your only defense of Joe Biden is but Trump, then you're part of the problem. Hashtag Pelosi must go. That's right, Nancy Pelosi greenlit the $733 billion defense policy bill. Doing what she does best is working against the interest of working class Americans and people across the world. Hashtag Pelosi must go. You can't be for justice and hashtag Black Lives Matter while being an accomplice to injustice and corruption. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Hashtag Pelosi must go. It's laughable that people call her the radical left. The real radical left fights for everyone, even those who don't share our opinions. We fight for healthcare, saving the planet, legalizing marijuana, and all around giving a shit about other humans. Must be a boring Sunday night in Moscow, because the bots are all tweeting hashtag Pelosi must go and leaving off hashtag Pelosi must go to the White House. But it sure makes blocking the trolls easy. I'm picking them off like rabbits. Nancy Pelosi found out about COVID-19 and its presence in America on January 24th. The first thing her husband did was sell stocks before the public knew. Then Nancy went on TV February 6th and encouraged people to go to Chinatown. Nancy lied. People died. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Nancy Pelosi could have taken President Trump's offer of wall funding in exchange for amnesty for DACA recipients 2 years ago and they would all be citizens right now. Instead, POTUS got the wall built anyway and Pelosi abandoned the dreamers to promote socialism. Hashtag Pelosi must go. What exactly has Nancy done that needed to be done? She's not even scratched the surface of what she could do as supposedly the most powerful woman in DC. I've not seen her truly fight for the people. She's looking out for her donors and her own interests. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Hashtag Pelosi must go. One Dem politician above all others has wielded immense power to halt the GOP's march to fascism from Bush to Trump, yet refused to do it. Hashtag Nancy Pelosi. Along with her establishment colleagues, she has fed Dem voters platitudes while cementing the status quo. How does Nancy Pelosi get away with refusing to debate her opponents? She constantly makes a mockery of our democracy. Hashtag Pelosi must go. The faux progressive idiots pushing the hashtag Pelosi must go hashtag are doing incredible harm to their own side. They should give up political activism altogether and go find a hobby. Remember that time Nancy Pelosi admitted she knew George Bush was lying about Iraq but didn't do anything about it? Remember how she's complicit in his torture program? Enough criminals in government. Supported Shahid for Change. Hashtag Pelosi must go. Capitalism is the crux of our problems. Billionaires have gotten $584 billion richer, while 28 may soon lose their homes. Our country needs officials like a Shahid for Change who will fight against the corporate oligarchy and prioritize the needs of the American people. #Pelosi must go. #Pelosi must go because after funding private prison contractors to open concentration camps for Obama, she then handed $4.6 billion to Trump to expand them. Nancy Pelosi blocks M4A. Authorizes Trump's bloated military budgets. Gives Trump extra spying power. Won't pass a UB even during a pandemic. Is blocking substantive climate change legislation. Won't cancel rent, student debt, or mortgages. #Pelosi must go. Thanks all for participating in today's #Pelosi must go digital rally. With over 150k tweets, we trended number 2 nationally, and helped elevate a Shahid for Change's progressive candidacy against Speaker Pelosi. Solidarity as always. Thanks for watching, please consider subscribing. Until next time, have a good day.